Hey there, Matt McKay here, Expert Mortgage Group. Tonight I'm going to share you my story. A lot of people have been asking on how do I get into rental properties? And that's a very common question that I get, because we do here at Expert Mortgage Group, we do residential and commercial financing. I strictly focus on commercial financing while the rest of the team does residential. And in that same context, a lot of our deals are investment properties. So I always start off my spiel, I guess, from my little story, my own personal story, which is I've bought and sold over 100 doors in my lifetime myself. Started investing when I was 21, buying a foreclosure property and basically flipping that property, later on buying a fourplex, finding a few partners, and then investing in much bigger units. And at my peak, we had 91 doors, me and a few partners. And a lot of people ask, how do I get into this same context? How do I invest? How do I buy real estate? Now, things are a little bit different now than it was 15 years ago, for an example. At that time, we could finance single-family dwellings and duplexes up to 100% financing. Now, your minimum entry on a rental is 20% down. So basically, if you're buying a 1 to 4 unit, you're going to require 20% down. Anything 5 and above can be 15% down if CMHC insured for multi-units, or 25% if it's conventional. So if a person wants to invest in real estate and they don't have the resources, one of the options is to basically start smaller, buy some real estate. Later on, when you build equity, you can refinance or sell and invest into those bigger multi-units. Another strategy is to find an investment partner. So an investment partner could be anybody essentially that might not want to manage the real estate itself, but they want to invest in real estate. So you could basically form a partnership agreement between two parties and go into just a sole proprietorship, just basically co-owners of a rental property to start. Or you could basically build a corporation, which would be an entity by itself, to be able to buy real estate. So one of the first steps that I have a discussion with clients is to have a plan. So make sure you have a plan and you know exactly what you're getting into. So if you are considering partners, have a chat with those partners to see if they're in it for the long haul, or it's just basically a short-term strategy. They're looking to invest in real estate and get out faster. The next item that you want to consider is to build a team. So you want to make sure that you have a real estate agent that is very knowledgeable on investment properties. Investment properties are a different game than just a single-family dwelling. So when you look at the income and expenses, you want to make sure that the expenses are valid, that you're verifying all those sources to make sure that they just didn't put something on paper. You want to verify the income, the tenants that are in there, if the damage deposits are at the rentalsman, the cap rate that property generates, the location of that property, the quality of the building, the quality of the tenants. So there's a bunch of different factors that you want to take in place. And also if you're buying shares, for an example, of a multi-unit corporation, or you're buying the actual asset. So that's a bunch of different factors that you have to look at when you're buying real estate. So you want to have a team, and you want to basically build a team that would be an accountant, basically a mortgage broker, a real estate professional. You have a lawyer, you have an inspector, and essentially you'll have everybody in that circle. So when you do look at buying real estate, you'll have some feedback from all of your partners, and hopefully they are partners and a team that are invested in real estate, that have done the actual investment themselves, that they know what they're talking about. And have a backup plan for resources. That's my number one item. I've seen so many people struggle and get into a jam because something happened to a piece of property. A piece of property is just the same as investing in the stock market. For an example, if you're investing in the stock market and the stock market drops and you want to buy more shares, essentially, to be able to take care of that upswing. Same context, if your property goes bad and there's something wrong with the roof, or something wrong with the basement, or something wrong with the property, you need to be able to reinvest in that property. You just can't let it deteriorate and just sell it at a loss. So you want to make sure that you have backup resources, whether it's line of credits or investment partners, or actually funds in the bank. Make sure that you do have a backup plan and backup resources just in case. And on that same note, you want a good insurance agent too, that's going to have an insurance rider on there that's going to cover your rental loss if something was to happen to that property, while you have to basically renovate it if something happens to the property, or it needs to be vacated for whichever reason. And that person can also make sure that the tenants have tenant insurance. So that's just a small glimpse of what we offer here at Expert Mortgage Group regarding commercial financing. So thanks for watching the little video. Share it with all your friends. And if you do want to start investing in real estate is a very good investment strategy to have in your portfolio. I mean, you know exactly what the asset that you're looking into, and make sure you have a good property management firm, because if you do not want to do the property management yourself, somebody has to do it. And make sure that you have a rockstar property management company. And by all means, reach out to us if you need any referrals to any of those partners, because we have very trusted partners in every one of those avenues. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. Take care. Cheers.